I published a video a few weeks ago about the recent uptick in script and cheat bots in Team Fortress 2. And then immediately pulled that report. I reported that at least in North American servers, this problem didn't seem to exist, and that it may have been possible that the TF team may have installed a trust or VACnet system into the matchmaker of TF2. However, following a significant outcry from European players, it seems that I was misguided, as this scripting problem seems to have started and is held almost entirely on these European servers. That's my fault. That was a terrible report, and it has been pulled, and it is being replaced with this. So with that said, there has been an uptick in Team Fortress and Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which has caused some in the community to speculate that the Team Fortress 2 team may finally be making their move against this prolonged scripting problem. However, I feel that whatever we just experienced isn't nearly enough, and for TF2 to have a long and successful future, Valve needs to take the extra steps that it seems they are already starting to take. Today, let's talk about what Valve should be doing in order to secure Team Fortress's future playability and what they should be communicating along the way. Here we go. First, let's define two important terms: trust and VACnet. Trust is a label placed on a Steam account based on the amount of personal information and resources the player has placed within it. So, for example, when trust was first introduced into Counter-Strike Global Offensive, the matchmaker prioritized accounts with registered phone numbers and Steam Guard authenticators, placing these accounts in a pool of their own and, in theory, decreasing the number of cheaters within that pool due to the generated inherent interest of an account with personal information. In recent years, trust has also taken into account whether or not the player has a paid version of Counter-Strike Global Offensive or other monetary and personal actions on the account itself. VACnet, however, is a machine learning system run and created by Valve to take player-reported Overwatch cases and iterate on them as data, thus increasing the effectiveness of the Overwatch system as a whole, and in turn, grouping players even further based on in-game behavior. That's a really general explanation. For more information on it, you should check out this GDC talk conducted by CS team member John McDonald, where this system is thoroughly explained. The system was stated to need human oversight, in this case being provided by both the Overwatch submitted cases and the Overwatch users themselves. John stated within the talk nearly 2 years ago that there was interest in creating an automated VACnet system, and recently, according to the 2019 Year in Review Steam blog post, Valve intends on introducing both the Trust and VACnet APIs for third parties. So the question is raised: if Valve is comfortable licensing out highly experimental systems to third parties, have they had the chance to test them out in an environment other than Counter-Strike Global Offensive? The entire point is to group players in servers based on in-game behavior, that behavior being calculated through many different data points, most kept secret for obvious reasons. So when this system was put in place, the loudest critics of Valve's system were actually the worst behaving players to begin with. The players who just log in and play the game were actually enjoying it far more, and were seeing cheaters far less. Now, based on the feedback I received from my first iteration of this report, it seems that this isn't the case for Team Fortress 2, as many players have contacted me claiming to be good actors in a pool of nothing but bad. So it really is a matter of asking Valve to implement this system into Team Fortress 2 and worldwide. The problem we now run into is the lack of a solid Team Fortress team, at least as of reporting. Last year, we knew that the team was fluid and went back and forth between 2 and 15 people. As Half-Life Alyx's development cycle winds down and fewer people are required to make the game go gold and fix bugs, more developers will be freed up to work on what they want. However, given Team Fortress 2's age, it's unlikely that many would choose to work on TF2, and it's even more unlikely that during the employee evaluation system, most of the higher-ups would see value in putting time towards this game, especially after the first successful Half-Life project in over a decade. Eric Smith is likely still paying at least some attention to Team Fortress 2, and seeing the recent uptick in VAC bans, it's likely something that is being considered. However, if you want a playable and safe Team Fortress 2 for the long-term future, contact him and contact Valve. Information down below, and let them know that you want the trust system placed within Team Fortress 2. That is, unless it's already in the game, and all of this backlash was being started by a bunch of bad actors in denial. Nah, I'm just kidding. Team Fortress 2 has a major update in the works. However, it's the same one that has been around for a few months, and lately there has been nothing to report on in regards to that front. If I find anything, I'll let you know. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.